Good morning, everybody. We've moved campsites. We're in a really beautiful spot, one of our favorites actually. And today we're going to be going into town and doing kind of like an errand day. And I figured that, we don't really do a day in the life usually, so why not take you with us? So here we go. So on this side of the campsite we have mountains. Over here we have this large hill and more mountains down there. It's just such a beautiful sight. And I'm gonna walk you over here. And we love sitting outside, so we've got our canopy out with the lights on it. But over here is this really amazing swimming hole area. And when I say right here, I mean it's still a drive to get to it, but at least it's closer than the East Coast for sure. Another cool thing about this spot is that in the water, right down there, sometimes there's ducks. I gotta show you this. I really like ducks, so that is a great aspect of this campsite as well. In other news, yesterday when we went down to do our cold plunge, there was a snake, a big snake, and it was on land, but then it got into the water with us. It stuck its head up out of the water and was just like watching us. It was so bizarre, but then it slithered away back to wherever it goes. Turns out that snakes can actually hunt fish. That's one of the things that I saw during my research of this snake, so that's pretty cool. Now we're gonna water the garden. I use this little sprayer bottle so that way we don't overwater. And we've got some pineapple sage here. We've got some oregano. This one used to be basil. As you can tell, that's pretty scrawny by now. We do have two other types of basil in that potter. And on the end, I think that's some kind of mint over there. Susanna's doing something else that we do in the mornings here, and she'll explain that one to you.
This is milk kefir. You can I just poured it out of this jar. There are kefir grains in here, and you strain out all this thicker stuff, and it makes kind of like a drinkable yogurt. And then I put the grains back in the jar and filled up with milk, and put it in a dark cabinet for 24 hours, and then do it again the next day. And it's really great for our probiotics, and I like to add a lot of stuff to them that are healthy for us, and it's kind of our main breakfast.
And basically she's going to make a smoothie with that. That's really good. This is the collagen that we use. It's really great clean ingredient collagen, and she's going to put some berries in there and some seeds and some other things and just make a really nice superfood smoothie for us for breakfast. And normally I would be making the lattes. However, like I said before, we are going to be going into town for coffee today, so really excited about that. Again, one of our favorite coffee shops in the entire country. And while Susanna's making the smoothies over there, I am going to go ahead and read her some of the Bible, and usually one of us will read to the other in the morning while the other one's doing something, or we sometimes just sit down together and read it. It just depends on how the day is flowing. Got my smoothie Susanna made, and Susanna's sorting laundry before we go to the laundromat, so that way it's easier. And I'm going to get some work done on the computer while she's doing that, so hopefully I don't have to work too much at the laundromat. Alright, well, we're done with all that for now, and now we can go off to get our coffee and get our laundry done. I also want to point out how cute Susanna is. Look at this, her socks match her shorts. So cute. Bye, sweet campsite. See you in a bit.
711 8800 4
Hey, puppies. Coffee secured. We didn't film in there, but it's a really great shop, really wonderful. They sell online and stuff too. But yeah, some of the best coffee east of the Mississippi so far. On a side note, if you love coffee like we love coffee, then hit us up because we have a list on Google Maps of our favorite coffee shops from around the country, and we'd love to share that with you. One of my favorite parts about this laundromat is this amazing seating area here. Just nice comfy couches where you can sit and enjoy your coffee while you are having your laundry done. And if you have a dog, there's a whole dog washing station as part of the set. While Susanna's doing laundry, I'm gonna go across the street because we just found out that across the street there is a car wash. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse off the Jeep. As you can tell, the Jeep is really dirty. Turns out black vehicles really show the dirt too. So we'll get that fixed right on out. Now, we don't really wash our Jeep and keep it clean all the time because we're off-road, but it does make a lot of sense to keep your vehicle clean. So usually every few weeks we'll just at least wash it in one of these wash bays here. And that really helps if you ever have any type of mechanical issue that you have to work on. It is such a pain to work on something that is just all covered with mud and stuff all the time. You're getting a bunch of dirt in your eyes, and it's just nicer too if you ever do take your vehicle to a mechanic. When they see that you're taking better care of your vehicle, I think naturally they're going to take better care of your vehicle too. But anyways, I'm going to finish washing this down, and we'll go check on Susanna. And just like that, we got a clean Jeep. And this will probably be dusty again by the end of the day, but at least it's nice right now. We just did a basic wash, no clay bar or anything like that. And yeah, let's go check on Susanna. How's it going in here?
Good, I just finished.
Just finished?
Just finished.
Wow. It's actually perfect timing because we just got done washing the car. So here we go. All right, now we're done with laundry. Before we go back to our campsite, we've been invited into a coffee shop, the same one we went to earlier, to check out a new espresso machine and demo that. Unfortunately though, I'm not gonna be able to take any video in there for you. So this is where we're gonna leave you off for now, and we'll see you back at the campsite. Well, we just got done with that espresso machine viewing, and wow, this thing is awesome. We definitely want one. It's not as high-tech and advanced as the one that we currently have now, but it is ultra portable. This thing is ridiculously cool. So stay tuned. We'll probably show you that eventually if we do end up purchasing one. But for now, we're headed back to our campsite, and we found another road that we're gonna try. So that's the road we would normally take to our campsite, and then there's this little fork in the road, branch off thing. So we are going on an adventure today. One of the things that we've learned is that when we're out at these campsites, now that we have the tow Jeep, we find ourselves exploring more. And I think like what happens is we end up finding better campsites, and we end up finding campsites that are even deeper in the forest. And eventually we do want to build out another 4-wheel drive adventure rig. So taking the Jeep to these spots and then marking new camping spots on the map that we might only be comfortable taking like a 4-wheel drive adventure rig, that is like really key. Because one thing with this van life and nomad living thing that's happening is so many people got into it back in like 2020 and the whole pandemic and stuff. I got into it before all that, and it was like, you know, camping spots were, in my opinion, maybe easier back then. I don't know. Kind of hard to say, but for like, it seems like people are ruining spots, and the spots that are more accessible and the spots that are closer to towns seem to be getting shut down. So if you can get 4-wheel drive and get out into some of these deeper spots easier, then that will help extend what you can do with this whole nomadic living versus just trying to go to towns. And just like that, we're home, we're back to the rig, back to the campsite, and the rest of the day we'll probably be doing laundry, roasting some, doing laundry. Susanna will be putting the laundry away. We'll probably roast some coffee because we're out of our coffee that we use for our espresso, the caffeinated stuff. And I might do some school. I'm in school, by the way, guys. So that's new, but that's pretty much what our day looks like. A little bit of adventure mixed with a little bit of work, mixed with maybe a little bit of school, and definitely something to do with coffee. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe for more.